Going on this Friday morning? This is the Loyal BBN Fan Show. I'm your host, Mike. Uh, well, the news that the news that we all have been anticipating, and I know I'm late, but I have to give my reaction of the none other Reed Sheppard has decided that he's going to go pro, and to me, I'm very excited about his decision. Not because we're losing him or nothing like that. I'm trying to figure out how to fix this. I don't know how to do it. Like, I'm sorry, but not necessarily because he's leaving, but because it was a difficult decision. And sometimes when you have those decisions like that, and then I have to ask. The only reason in this situation, the 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 only situation that I the reason why I say that this is a difficult decision is because of his background history with Kentucky. If this right here was just a kid who just came in to play for Kentucky, oh, this is a no brainer. I'm one and done. They said I can go pro. They're gonna make me a lottery pick. I'm leaving. But because of the situation that Reed has with his family and all that right there, growing up a major Wildcat fan, these are the kind of things that make these decisions, well, in most cases, will be very easy. But I want you guys to tell me if this. I saw a comment, and it just sometimes you just see comments, and it's not. I don't think it was on my page, but I seen a comment, and it just kind of like, but why? But like, why would people say this for? Someone said this about Reed Sheppard about leaving. Basically, paraphrasing is, Reed Sheppard, you left us. We needed you. You stabbed us in the back. You're no longer welcome. You're no longer welcome in Kentucky. What? I read that comment, and I'm like, who? What makes people make those type of comments? Like, why? Why would you make that comment for just because a young man went pro? Hopefully, the person that made this, hopefully you're living out your dream. Hopefully you're doing what you want to do in life. Let Reed go do what he wants to do with and enjoy his life. It makes no sense whatsoever. Like none. Like I have like no idea why someone would make that comment. And it's just like Kentucky fan base. Like we gotta get our guys, our people in check. Because we can't be having these kind of comments. That's absolutely like exactly like why would you make that comment for? That made me mad. It really it wasn't really mad, but it just got me like, wow. It's just like, why would you say this comment for? And the show that I was watching, if you was watching it, you probably saw the same comment as well too. But I'm happy for him. I'm happy, and I know he's glad to get that off his back. I know that it wasn't an easy decision, and I know that he might second guess himself up until now before the draft. Did I make the right decision? Should I have came back for one more year? How could I have helped my Wildcats maybe go farther into the tournament this year with being more experienced? I'm pretty sure all of these things probably came up in his mind, but I'm almost certain that his family, him, the feedback he got from the NBA, the coaches let me say coach in the sense of Coach Pope. I'm pretty sure he was all in on it. I'm pretty sure he sold it. Like, look, if you don't, what I'm saying, there's no pressure for you to come back to Kentucky. If you feel like it's your destination, that's what little kids in the park dream of. They dream of going up and playing in the NBA. And when the opportunity comes like this, especially none of us really expected it. His family didn't, the NBA didn't, none of that. Nobody really expected him to go that fast, that high. But that's the case. So and we look, we take Anthony Davis, we take all these other guys. Hey man, thank you for 1 year at Kentucky. You did great, man. We wish you all the best. It shouldn't be no different than Reed Sheppard. If anything, as a Kentucky kid, we think we should be cheering him on more. We really do, because the things that he can do with his resources at the next level, there's no obligations for him to do anything for his community. None. But he loves his community so much. with that type of status, you know he's going to come back and do things for his community. That's only going to help his community grow even more than what it is. So I salute the young guy. Red Orchestra colors are sitting with a with a big blue legend. Will Color Perry be sitting with Reed at draft? Oh, that's a good question. Will he go Will he go sit with Reed at the NBA? First of all, and I like somebody said, will he get invited? Do you think Reed will welcome him to come? I don't really see any reason why he wouldn't. I hope for the sake of that night, because Cal's still wearing blue, and if you see pictures of him, you can tell Cal look. Family, come here for a minute, family. Can we be real about something? He don't look comfortable in red. Come on. No one can tell me that Calipari looks happy wearing anything red. You know, without Reed, we would have fired Cal. Probably so, yep. Um, yeah, he don't look good in red. So hopefully for that night, Cal would show up with something appropriate for the color, and then the next day or then that evening, go back to doing what he's doing. But we're coming down. We're coming down the slope where we're going to start talking less and less and less about Calipari because he's gone, and we're going to continue to elevate our talk with our new coach Mark Pope, for sure, because that's our guy. So we got to put out the old, we got to put in the new. But that's a good question because I'm curious if he will. If I wonder if Dillingham would actually invite him to the green room with him. I don't know. I don't know how that relationship was. I don't know if it was just like, come to Kentucky to play for me. I'll get you to the league. We might not have the best relationship, but after the season, we go our own ways. So we'll have to definitely got to see how that goes. Cal talked about UK as much as anyone's seeing we're doing Arkansas rest of the year. Cause look, Cal did this out of spite. He just did. And a lot of fans are happy. Absolutely. A lot of fans are happy that he took off and that he was able to go to the NBA. But I feel like that Reed at the next level, because the NBA has gone away with a lot of defense, and now you have to be able to shoot in transition. And we saw Reed in transition shoot some threes that you was just like, yeah. You know what I mean? He shot it, he like, yep. Another three. You always felt like the ball was going in. So I really feel like at the next level that his new team is truly going to appreciate what he brings to the team. I know he still got some growing to do. A lot of freshmen who go into the draft early still have some growing up to do, with the exceptions of a few. You have a few that just goes in and from day one they're dogs. But he could be one of those guys that can still have a lot of room to grow. But I think undoubtedly when you talk about his shooting and what he brings, his intensity and what he brings, his heart, outside of the last game of the season, I think we know what we're going to get from Reed. And I think Reed's going to go, and I think he's going to represent Kentucky well. And I think he could have, hopefully he can definitely have a good NBA career moving forward. So definitely on behalf of myself, all the Big Blue Nation who are not angry, who are not bitter, who feel like Reed Sheppard owes them anything. Because look, Reed Sheppard doesn't owe us anything, man. He doesn't owe us anything whatsoever. He gave his heart while he was here. And he has this great opportunity, a dream come true. He's going to take it. And so if you're a fan out there, and if you think he made the wrong decision, I don't know what to tell you. Like, maybe you can seek help or something. Because there's no way that you can possibly say that he just needed to come back for another year. Like I said, there's a lot of guys who leave because when it's hot, they go and they continue to grow when they get to the next level. I hope he doesn't end up in the G League because I think he would really hate that. But I think he's definitely going to be a lottery pick. Well, if he's a lottery pick, I don't think he's going to go down to the G League if he's a lottery pick. But there's still room to grow, and he's going to get better. He's going to get stronger, and now no school, just straight basketball every day, all day. So he's going to continue to grow, and you can tell his IQ is just going to grow stronger and stronger and stronger as he get around pros and guys teach him how to be a pro. I look forward. I'm a Lakers fan, but I look forward to seeing him play the Lakers, and I look forward to him coming down and pulling up a three in LeBron's face and just like walking away like, what? I'm the man, dude. This is what I do. That's gonna be fun to see, to actually see him um, to see him play at the next level. That's exciting. And any of the guys, Dillingham, I think the reason why, we're not really making a big deal out of Dillingham going to the pro. We knew that. Like I said before, the ties that he has, I think that's why so many Kentucky fans are kind of drilling on or looking at the Reed Sheppard going pro only because his ties to Kentucky. So I think that's the big reason on why we can actually come and talk to him or talk about it, and I think that's what makes a difference for sure. But good luck to you, Reed, in all your endeavors. We're watching, we're cheering for you, and as we say at Kentucky, once a Wildcat, always a Wildcat, and you can believe that for sure. Next is the coaching situation. It looks like, I'm not sure if they've actually did the press conference to actually announce it yet. I haven't seen it yet. I know that's things like that are going to leak out regardless if you're going to officially announce it or what. But we got two coaches coming in. We got Jason Hart. He played in the NBA, and if you've been watching SEC basketball long enough, you'll know Mark Fox, who coached at Georgia for a number of years. So these guys are going to come in. Do you guys feel like that these are two guys? Because I don't really know anything about Jason Hart. I know he's a point guard. He played in the NBA, but I'm not really too familiar with him. But of course, with Fox, he was at Georgia. We always play Georgia every single year. That's someone that has been on the other side. We just continue to beat his butt. Now he's actually on the sideline with Kentucky, and let's see if he can bring his experience, his skills in to be able to, to help bring some guys in. Now, I don't think he's coming in as a main recruiter. I didn't really see if he's coming in for that. I wouldn't imagine that they bringing him in for the recruiting duties. I'm pretty sure he's going to come in as a coach. So we got to look forward to seeing how. To me, is when I look at coaches, what I want to look at is this: can you develop kids? Do you have what it takes to take a kid who needs some toning, some direction, and can you bring that all in together? Because of the NIL situations that's going on, that's in college basketball, sometimes that can be a little harder because people just have their egos. Like, just pay me my money and I'll play hard and then I'm out of here. So hopefully he can come in and he can really help shape this team, because I have to imagine these guys are going to be here for a couple of years anyway. So hopefully some of the guys that's going to come in, those guys will be around in the system long enough that in a year and a half, 2 years from now, these guys are gelling so much as a team. They know each other so well from year in and year out that the success of Kentucky will be a result of we stuck around, or we brought into the vision a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, and now everything that we believed in, everything that we envisioned is now starting to come to place. So I really hope that Mark Fox can come in and really help Mark Pope. My thing that I always like to talk about, though, really is just I hope that there are some connections out there between the two. I hope these guys maybe have some small history between themselves in a positive fashion, of course, because I really hope that while everything falls on Mark Pope as the head coach, I really hope that he's able to take direction or able to take suggestions from the other coaches around him too. And collectively as a team, collectively as a group, they can figure out and they can come up with the best game plan for Kentucky as a whole. So we just have to just continue to just believe in what's going on here. I know, like, I keep seeing things. I even seen a show where fans just feel like this is not happening fast enough. Like, we can't get anybody. A post was about Mark Pope had already reached out to pretty much all the notable transfer guys, and we still don't have anybody. We do have one guy who actually narrowed down the list, Amari Williams. I think he's out of Drexel, and he cut the list to UK, St. John's, and Mississippi State. So um, hopefully we can get him in here. He's a center. I think he's upper in the higher 6 foot. He's a Ford senior center, so hopefully he will choose Kentucky as well too. It looks like just a little. I saw something that looks like Baylor is now the favorite to get Roach from Duke. Look like he may be going out to the Big 12 this year. Nothing's final, but you're not hearing anything else from Kentucky about the situation. So I kind of wanted him. So we got to get a strong point guard. We need a strong point guard. And now that Reed is not, Jeremy Roach is going to be. Yeah, I'm my fault that they supposedly offered him 1 million to come to Baylor. Well, there you go. Money talk. So he's going. I'm happy, even though I wanted him to come to Kentucky. I'm happy he didn't choose Arkansas over Kentucky. I can live with that. Or he didn't choose St. John's as well too. That really wouldn't matter to me a lot because even though we might play St. John's, that's not a team that we discuss often. But I'm glad that he didn't. I'm glad that if he goes to Baylor, I'm glad that Cal missed on him, and Jerry cannot pay him $3 million to flip. So maybe $1.5 million. Wow! Like, is this really where college basketball is at now? Pay me $1.5 million, coach, and I come play for you. Well, we might not win a championship. I don't care. Just pay me $1.5 million, and I come and dribble a basketball for you this year. Hats off, man. If I had it like that, I guess I would probably jump in the pool too and just get my money. I guess he figures I may not go pro, so I might as well get paid when I can. If I can get $1 million right now for playing basketball for a year, there's no telling about my future or what's next. So let me go get money. But um, it's just the money in the NIL. It's amazing. Just how much money is floating around out there, and just players are being offered to come play basketball. This is. Could you guys imagine the money that Shaquille O'Neal would have made if they had? Well, we know how that works, but could you imagine what teams would be paying Shaquille O'Neal to play basketball? Do you realize what schools would have paid Anthony Davis to come to play basketball at their team? Like, do you imagine? Well, can't say Zion Williamson because, well, you know the story with that. But could you imagine if it was legal and they was able to pay Zion to come to a school to pay? The numbers would be crazy. Jerry Jones said he'd give 3 million. That's it. That's what I'm saying. Like, he'd give him 3 million, and that's the thing. And that's why I joked about Jerry for is because they offered him 1.5. I double it, 3 million. Come play for us. Just please do. That's a lot, man. Tommy Rawls says, um, I feel Mark Fox is going to be a big help. Do you guys agree with that statement? Do you guys feel like that Mark Fox will come here and he'll be able to bring some energy, some experience of coaching to help Pope out? I mean, let's be real. Pope has been coaching for a couple of years. You know what I'm saying? He took his team to the tournament last year. He won some big games in the Big 12, which was the hardest conference in basketball, in my opinion, behind the SEC or right in front of the SEC, because the ACC is not better than the SEC, and that's just a testament of the growth of the SEC and where it came at in the last couple of years. But I look forward to seeing what Mark Fox can do. Like I said, I still got to go do some research on Jason Hart to actually see really what he's about. I know that he's been working. His resume is not actually bad. I know he's been doing some things over the years. Um, do they have anything on him right now? Jason Hart. I thought they had something on him. Tucky, Pope, Drexel. That's him. So they don't really have a whole lot on him. I know he was in the G League for a while. He was at USC. We're talking about Hart now, and we just got to see what these guys bring to the plate. For me, right now, I'm looking to just my biggest thing right now is when I sit back and when I really evaluate what's going on with Kentucky. how's everybody going to get along? How's everybody going to gel? For the first time, I can truly say I'm not really so much worried about what Kentucky does next year because I'm looking at the long haul of what I want to see Kentucky in the next 2 to 4 years, where I want to see Kentucky at and what I want to see Kentucky doing. So, as a fan, if I have to say we have to really just have the mindset of building in year one. Now, do I want us to go out and lose every ball game? Of course not. Do I want us to come in last place? No. Do I want us to play on Wednesday night in the SEC? In the SEC tournament? No. Do I want to be in the same sentence of who's going to finish last, Kentucky or Vandy? No. I don't want any of that. I still want us to be competitive, but I'm not allowing. I'm not going to allow myself at this particular point to say I think Kentucky's going to be a great team next year. We got so much going on. We got so much rebuilding. I'm trying not to get myself so high that I have a disappointment. So I'm able to accept what may happen next year for the betterment of the future. We never at Kentucky want to say that we're okay with just having an okay year. That's not what we do at Kentucky. We don't have just okay years. We have really good years. But I'm in the mindset, and I don't know if I'm just by myself or what, but I couldn't it's just like Reed Sheppard. As much as I would love to see Reed Sheppard back in a uniform, would have loved to see Reed Sheppard back in a uniform next year. I didn't allow myself to get all excited with the opportunity or with the hope that, yeah, man, yeah, Reed's coming back next year. I know he is. I'm just going to just hold out, and I know Reed is going to come back next year. No, I couldn't allow myself to do that. So when I woke up and when I saw the news that he's going pro, I was like, good for him. That's a good decision because I didn't allow my heart to go there to be able to be like, oh, and get crushed. I just don't think it was realistic for myself. And whatever anyone else wanted to do with their time or whatever they wanted to believe, I'm all for that. By all means, go be you. Go believe in it. But for me personally, I just couldn't allow myself to say he's coming back next year. No, he's not coming back next year. It's just not gonna happen. And this is no shade on how much whether he loved Kentucky or not. It's so much bigger than that. So we really wish him the best as well too. We're definitely going to miss him. Cam Mills said, if you want to see, let me see if I can see that. I was reading. Can I get that again? I was trying to read something, but it went off to Cam. Cam Mills said, if you want to see our offense, just watch Golden State Warriors. It's exactly the same. I'm okay with that. See, I even though who wrote that? Nobody said it. Thank you so much. Even though I sat here and I say I'm okay with us not being the best team next year or having like major success, I'm still excited about the possibilities of what could be next year. Because see, sometimes when you take your time and you put something together and you really put your heart into it and you don't just rush through it, people rush through tests and be like, I'm done. I think I did okay. And then you get the test back and be like, well, why did I do so bad for? Well, you rushed through the whole test. People who draw really good pictures, they don't just sit and just draw a picture in 5 minutes. They take their time. They put their heart into it. And as a guy who believes in Mark Pope and whatever staff he feels that he needs to put around him, that's how I have to feel. I have to feel excited about the possibilities, but I'm okay if we still have a major rebuilding season. Outside of just getting new guys in, can we just rebuild as a team and just go from there? And that's kind of my mindset or where I'm at, and that's kind of why I think the way that I do. It's like Brenda says, it's like Cal has jinked us on getting recruits. Hope they start coming in. Just don't understand how Louisville has a. I'm sorry, Brenda, but speaking of Louisville, they got they got a recruit that we thought. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I'm not even gonna lie. I just thought he was gonna end up coming to Kentucky. So they got a recruit that came from BYU, Khalifa. He actually signed with Louisville. I'm not gonna sit here and start showing and start start throwing shade on the guy because he didn't come to Kentucky. Because I looked at his film and I was like, okay, it looks like he may be coming to Kentucky. It looks like we can use him. It looks like Mark Pope said, come on over. We can use you over here at this level as well too. So just because he didn't pick Kentucky and he picked our little brother's school, I have to say, okay, you know what? It happened. Louisville won the battle for that one. But they ain't gonna win the war. Come on, man. It does give me a moment of pause though. Is this gonna be a year that you really don't know who's gonna win that game between Louisville and Kentucky? Like I think we're gearing up for a year that I think this is gonna be a very big suspenseful game and really not knowing what team can truly win this ball game. If I'm correct, the game is actually in Rupp Arena, right? So we got the home advantage. It's in Rupp this year. So that's actually good right there. He's redshirting this year. We need players. Yeah, that's actually a good thing too, Mike, as well too. That's a good point. Appreciate it. I love how you guys just keep throwing this information in here. I love it, man. Just keep it coming. He's redshirting, so I forgot to point that out. So he's actually not going to be playing this year. He's going to sit out a year. So hey, maybe he's going to get in. He's going to get in. He's going to get in good top shape. He's going to lose some weight. He's going to get faster and more mobile. He's still probably going to wear his sweatband for his hair and his knee brace. But hey, we wish him the best too at Louisville. I'm just not in the business of just throwing shade on people just because Kentucky doesn't get them. I just can't bring myself to do that. Like I can't even, as much as I maybe think that maybe Cal messed us up in some ways here and there for sure. I just can't throw shade on people. I just don't think it's in my DNA. Can I talk smack? It's a difference between talking smack and actually just trying to throw shade on people. And I can't do that. Like I can throw shade on and says we're gonna beat Louisville this year. Absolutely. It's just gonna happen. We're gonna find a way to win it. Because if nothing else, Mark Pope understands we don't lose to Louisville. So if that's the only game he wins this year, he will win that game this year. If we win 2 games this year, I hope it's 2 games we win all year. Louisville and Arkansas. Other than that, we'll be all right. We good. You know what I'm saying? Just don't lose to Arkansas, and then don't lose to little brother, and we're good. We're definitely going to do that. Louisville needs all the help they can get. It's on to give the Tards one. So, it's only decent to give them one. Absolutely. You see when Mark Fox has come and Josh Hart. I did. Miss Lady Bass. Thank you for joining in. I'm not familiar with your name, so I apologize. But yeah, I spoke about those guys coming in as coaches. I'm excited. Look, when Coach Pope, let's look at him as a scholar. Okay, it's a Rhodes Scholar, or he was going to be, and he was going to medical school. He dropped out so he can for basketball. So if this guy, as smart as he is, says, I'm going to go get this coach right here because I think he can help us, then I have to believe that he's smarter than me. I mean, I'm still trying to figure out how to do 5 + 2. So, hey, so I know that he is smarter than I am. So as a fan, as a supporter, not to be like, well, you're brainwashed and you're not being realistic about the situation. I'm not brainwashed. It's just you as a fan, you have to make a decision. I can sit here and I cannot be supportive and just be angry and be bitter and be upset. Or if you're a fan, you can say, I'm going to support him. I'm just going to believe that he's got the best interest. And we all know he has the best interest. That's the thing that if nothing else, we can always continue to come back to this. We know 100% he has the best interest of Kentucky at heart. And because of that, when he makes these moves, you can say, we know he's doing this for Kentucky. We know he's doing it. We might not get recruits that come in here that might want to, that just really want to be at Kentucky, that they coming in because of what can be done for them. But we know we got a coach. So we at the top, he's at the top of the list. He's at the top of the poll. He's the captain of this ship. And when you know he's sold on what should be going on at Kentucky, hopefully everything else can trickle down. When you have a bad boss, everything trickles down. You have bad people, it all just spreads out. So hopefully he can take that positivity, that drive, that energy, and make it just fall down to everybody else, and everybody else just buys in. And then we are playing at Kentucky basketball, and we are playing to win games. That's what we need out of our coach. Guarantee that for sure. Any chance Pitino would come to the coaching staff? I don't really see that happening. I really don't. I don't see him leaving St. John's. I think he's still supporting Coach Pope all the way, but I don't foresee a Pitino coming back coaching at Kentucky. Now I could be wrong, but I just think that it's very believe that Khalifa is having knee surgery. That's the reason why he's redshirting. Someone just sent me a text on the Loyal BBN fan line that which is 270-220-0994 that I think he's having surgery on his knee, and I think that's why he's actually redshirting. So that would probably explain his why he's wearing a knee brace for and everything. So if that's the case, then I wish him a very speedy recovery, and I'm pretty sure he's going to have that done sooner than later. We have owned over for what last 15, 20 years. I mean, own them. So I know we're going to have ups and downs. People should be ready and okay with that. But he cannot lose to Louisville his first year. 100% will lose confidence that he can't beat the dumpster fire at Louisville that has an unproven new coach as well. They honestly can't be the only game he wins, but that is one game he cannot lose. There will be no exceptions. There will be no excuses. There will be no reason. Mike Dougal, that's why I said that. If we don't win no more games this year, we got to beat Louisville and we got to beat Arkansas. We win those two games, I think that's a success because you know people want to beat Arkansas. You know people look. We don't want to just beat Arkansas. We want to beat Calipari. If we being real, we don't really care. I mean, we can beat Arkansas. It's no problem. We just want to beat Calipari and the recruits that go with him. See, you should have came to Kentucky, but hey, we got the players that we actually really truthfully wanted. To be at Kentucky. So, guys, I have something that before I get off, I have something that I've been wanting to try for a long time on the show. And I don't know how it can work out. Being over here, I don't have everything that I would like to have. I don't have the setup that if I was home, I would be able to set things up a lot better. But there's something that I really, really want to try. And I would like to see because I love call-in shows and I love where fans can call in and other fans can hear what they have to say and just have all that right there. So I have a don't laugh at me and don't make fun of me because I'm trying to make sure that I can make sure that this stays live, that it stays interesting, and it's just not always me talking because so many people out there have so much to say besides me. I would like to try this for the first time, and I don't know who would do it, but if you're in a position, hold on one second. If you're in a position to do this, one second. If you're in a position to do this, if you would call the number on the bottom, I would like to stick my phone to the microphone, and you tell me in a minute, let's just do a minute. You tell me in a minute on why you believe that the Cats will be okay this year under Mark Popes. The number to call into is 270-220-0994. And don't worry, even though I'm overseas, this is a U.S. number. You will not be charged. You will not be charged any international fees or anything. So, but setting expectations low and just put hope in Pope. He's coaching and our team go big blue. Absolutely. CM, you're right. So once again, if you want to call in and be the first to really try this for the Loyal BBN Fan Show, I would be very grateful for that. And if it doesn't work, then I just got to figure out another way to do it. But let's see if we can make this work. You better have an Elite 8 or Final 14 by year 2. See, hey, I didn't say that. All I said is I'm okay with the first year rebuilding. Don't put that on me. Don't say that the Loyal BBN Fan Show said we got to go to the Elite Eight, because that wasn't me. It was said on my show, but it wasn't me. So, Sim, thank you, but that's on you. Absolutely. So, if you want to call in and give me your thoughts in 1 minute about your thoughts and if we're going to be successful or not in year one of Coach Pope, call the number. It's going across the screen right now at 270-220-0994. And I would appreciate someone helping me out to even see if this right here will even work. So if you call, just your name, where you coming from, where you calling from, and just what you think about what in year one of Mark Pope's. So, okay, somebody's calling. Let's see it. I'm nervous. Good morning. You on with the Loyal BBN Fan Show. Who am I speaking with? Well, they hung up. I guess they didn't want to do it. So who's next then? Pope is a smart guy. I really believe in him as well, too. Um, Definitely got to get better. I want to try this because I love calling shows, and I just want fans to be able to just get their thoughts out there as well too. You guys can comments on what you hear and makes the show a whole lot better. But I'm really pumped about this year. I'm really pumped about trying out a phone line as well too. Where's this at right here? Some Kentucky, they're garbage, man. I don't know. I'm looking forward to see what that says. Screw Reed and his whole family. They're not true Kentucky. What? Okay, guys. Okay, hold on. If you wait before you call, because I gotta put this up. I mean, if you're brave enough to go online and if you're brave enough to actually put this on what's the name, then I'm gonna show it. Okay. Yeah. So we got another phone call. Hold on 1 second. Well, they hung up. So Carl Watson says, screw Reed and his whole family. They're not true Kentucky. They're garbage family. That is definitely, I'm going to tell you right now, that is definitely someone who is definitely, can't get it to go off. They are definitely someone who is definitely, okay, let's try this again for a caller. Good morning. You on with the Loyal BBN Fan. Who are we speaking with? Hey, I'm doing well. So can you guys, okay, can you hold on 1 second, caller? Can you guys hear the caller talking?
Sure.
Okay. Just trying to see if they can hear, to see if I need to do anything else to actually change it. So in 1 minute, what's your thoughts on Mark Pope for the whole year?
Oh, man, I love Mark Pope. He's a smart guy. He's a great coach. And I think he's going to do well this year. I mean, he's going to do great things for this team that's in this state. Just wait and see.
Okay. I appreciate the call. Okay, even though I don't think the fans was able to really hear you talk, so I'm going to have to learn how to fix this right here, and I get this better. But thank you for being the first caller. I appreciate it, and go Big Blue.
And go Big Blue.
Go Big
Have a
Blue.
good one.
Absolutely. Okay, so I can hear. Oh, so now you can hear good now. So that has to be a troll. I can hear good now. So someone said that they can hear good now. Somebody said they couldn't. I appreciate you guys working with me on this. Yeah, we can hear the caller better now. So I'm not really sure what I have to do. Would you guys be okay if I tried it again, or is that just a stupid idea to take calls? I want to make sure that this is interesting for you guys. This is not about me. That's why I call it the Loyal BBN Fan Show, and I want everybody to be able to have their thoughts and their inputs heard. That's what this is all about. This is definitely not about negative people ruining messages. Absolutely, that is I could barely hear him at first. Okay, so then look, yes, do it again. So I wanna take another phone call. If anybody else wants to call in, 270-220-0994 and call in. And I want to be. My goal is to find a way that everyone can actually hear the caller in a good way. So I'll work with my phone, and we'll get a caller in, and we'll get them out, and everything like that. So the next caller can call in, and we will try to keep this rolling. Thank you guys so much for your patience, and thank you for your support. Thank you guys so much. as you know, in the last video, I told you guys that I needed only a certain amount of people to be able to for YouTube to say this guy is legit, he's good, and you guys made it happen. And I just was so thrilled. And I just want to tell you guys personally that if you subscribe to the channel already, or if you subscribed yesterday, or if you're going to subscribe in the future, I just want to say thank you so much for the support, and I mean that from my heart. Thank all of you guys. So if anybody calls in again, then I definitely see if I can adjust the phone to make sure that the caller can hear it in the beginning. But hey, all things have to start from somewhere, and that's what I'm trying. I'm trying to make this good enough so you guys can find this enjoyable, so you guys don't want to come back and hear even more. Otherwise, like why am I doing this for if I can't make sure that you guys are okay with what you guys are being presented? And I always say is like when I start talking and when I start just talking about things, people over in the comments are just throwing up comments, creating engagement with the fans. Absolutely, I love Tommy. I love to see what the fans. I love to see what they're thinking about, and I think having a call in and letting fans call in. Somebody said, "Well, I don't know if you should do that or not because you can't really monitor and you don't really know who's calling in or really what they're going to say." So that's kind of a reason why it's taking me so long to do it because I don't have anybody to monitor the phone calls and I don't know what everyone's going to say. So I have to trust that the people that call in are not calling in to troll everyone, but really call in and really want to give some positive, whether, give feedback and we have to decide whether we like it or not or whatever. But if you call in, you can definitely get at least a minute and we can just go from there. But I see other shows doing it. They're successful. People like it, so I want to do it too as well too, and I want to be able to do it. Thank you, B-999. Appreciate that. But yeah, please call in. Anybody want to call in? Again, it's 270-220-0994. I appreciate the love. I appreciate the support, and we are going to figure this phone thing out, and we're going to hear from the fans who matter the most. And that's all of you. All of you guys are rock stars in my book. All of you guys. Don't transfer I'm from Kentucky. None of you, okay? Hit the like button. If you're on this video right here, if you're watching the video, hit the like button. It really makes a big difference. I didn't understand the like button. I didn't understand how serious it was or how important it was on this. But if you're watching, please hit the like button. Woo! I just thank you guys so much, man. I just really, really do. But so everything is just taking a little bit of time for Kentucky to develop or to get the way that we maybe want it to go. I think leads the coach and is he actually going to stay with the team? He's a great recruiter. If he wants to stay at Kentucky, he'd be a great coach. I hope he actually. I think he actually wants to stay too as well too. So I know Kenny Payne. He went down to be with Arkansas. He went to reunite with his brother John Calipari. Can't be mad at that. Those guys got history. We understand. Cal missed him when he left to go to Louisville or went to the NBA. Cal kind of fell off then, even because Kenny wasn't there to help level it off. But we wish Kenny the best. They better pay him good to stay too. They should. Yeah, they said, been working the whole time. He just built a house and wants to stay. So give the guy a job. He's not there. He's not going to sabotage your team for sure. What's your thoughts on the coach's heart? Well, we know. Okay, somebody's calling in, so hold on for a second. I'm gonna try this. My fault. Good morning. You on with the Loyal BBN Fan Show? Who are we speaking with? 1 second. I'm sorry, guys. This is all experiment. Okay, who am I speaking with?
Tommy from Lexington, Kentucky.
Okay. Hey, thanks for calling in. I appreciate it. So what's your thoughts in 1 minute as far as your thoughts on Mark Pope for Euro 1?
First off, just want to say I love your show, man. Keep doing what you're doing. You're doing great. I just want everybody to give Pope time. It's going to take them a little bit. It's only been a week, man. Go get the recruits, go get the coaching staff, and go Big Blue.
Go Big Blue. So let me ask you a question because I don't have anybody calling in right now. Can I ask you a question? Would that be okay?
Yeah.
Okay. So what do you think about the coaches that he's bringing in right now? Do you think he's making the right choices as far as Coach Fox and Coach and the other coaches coming in with him?
I think Fox is SEC proven. It'll be a big help for him. Hart, he played in the NBA. I think he'll have some knowledge to help the kids get to where they want to go. I think that's what a lot of kids are looking for. I think he'll do just fine.
Okay, cool. Hey, well, thank you so much once again. I appreciate you calling in. Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right. Thank you so much. All right. Hey guys, that was pretty good. That was Lexington in the house. uh, hey, I appreciate. I like calling. That was a pretty good phone call right there. Thank you. I'm getting better. See, the phone call was year one. Now I'm in year two. So let's do it. I think it's about the positioning of the phone and where you put it at. So I definitely got to come up with a way that I can actually do this so people can actually start hearing people immediately. I think it's about the position of the phone and where I put it at. But thank you guys for not judging me, for not really knowing how to do it. I appreciate it very much. I do. If anybody else wants to call in, please do. Hey, I'm here. If you guys are hanging out, I hang out with you. I have nothing to do. Today is my day off. Today and tomorrow is my day off. So if anybody else wants to call in, please do. I try my best to position the phones, and I'll let everybody hear you as well too. Why not? Thank you guys. Absolutely. So the phone's open 270-220-0994, and I appreciate it very much. Y'all was going to cram a roster full of players in spite of us, and you will waste all the talent yet again. That's probably going to be the case. It is. Man, that phone call was exciting. I have been wanting to do a phone calls for so long, and to be able to do this, I'm sorry if I looked a little geek. What you can do is have an admin, one of us, then they screen the callers as much as they can, then send them over to you. Okay, so I did want to that has been an ideal for me. Is that maybe somebody may want to help me, and I just got to figure out the logistics of how to. We know that the person would be in the States. We can figure out how to do this and figure out how to get the screens and the phone calls and all of this kind of stuff to work. So I still got an issue that I'm working with with my microphone when I'm actually having guests on that kind of bigger than this. So I'm still working that out as well too. But I'm definitely looking for that as well too. If anyone would like to be a part of it, I'm definitely down for that as well too But I like the phone calls. I really, really do, man. I'm geeking right now. Cal lives rent free in y'all's head. I'm really, really, really feeling it right now. Is that these phone calls? I like it. I like the new spin, and I like being able to hear people's thoughts. Comments are great. I love comments. Keep the comments coming. But I really love to be able to hear people, just actually real people, and not that you guys are not real people. So let me make sure I clarify that, because I know each one of you guys are real people. But I appreciate every one of you guys coming on, and we'll see what's up. So anybody want to call in? 270-220-0994. Brandon, I would love to hear you call in, man. Brendan Penn. Call in, man. Okay? Absolutely. Call in 270-220-0994. And we'll keep talking Kentucky because it's exciting. Like, we don't really know what's really going to happen, really, but it's just exciting to just dream. Okay, got a caller right here. They hung up. Oh, no, I don't know who that is. That's not good. I'm not sure. That's about 15 numbers. So with a plus in the middle out of it, I don't know who that is. So yeah, I don't think they're calling for me. That's for sure. But this call, I don't know who that is. I won't take the Coach Pope is True Blue, and I'm excited to see what happens this year. I agree with you. I only hope Arkansas has a Cal. That went off the screen. I'm sorry. But yeah, anybody that want to call in one more time, 270-220-0994. And we'd love to I have to write that number down, Big Mike. Cool, no problem. Hey, the number is flashing across the screen. It's going to be coming across here in just a second. It's 3, 2, 1 right here. And you can text. Somebody texted me this morning. It's like, hey, I'm sorry. I'm not really sure what time it is. and I'm not sure if I could, if this is a bad time to text or whatever. I was like, hey man, this is open 24 hours. If I miss your text, I'll wake up and I will. No, hey Tommy, no problem at all. Thank you so much for calling in. I really, really appreciate it. I said, hey man, you can text anytime you want to, 24 hours a day. I have no issues with that whatsoever. Please do. I wake up to all kind of texts. I always wake up to bad. I woke up to bad news, as in the sense of Reed is leaving, but I have to say that wasn't bad news. That was actually something that we all as Kentucky fans can rejoice in. That we got one of ours that has reached his goal and being able to go play in the NBA. So that wasn't necessarily bad news because I was expecting it, but still, you always wake up to be like, well, it's true. Reed Sheppard's gone. I'm like, dang it. All right, I got another phone call. Looks like it's a 606 number. Good morning from the Loyal BBN Fan Show. Who are we speaking with?
This is Ivan Kirby. I'm calling from Stanton, Kentucky, which is about 45 minutes away from Lexington, Kentucky. Big Blue fan.
Well, all right.
To let you know, I enjoy your show.
Thank you so much. So what are your thoughts about Pope in 1 minute?
I think it's going to take time. I was really hesitant back when they made him head coach. Only thing worrying me is the recruiting, where everything is hush-hush. I would just like to see a little more recruiting and get some answers on the recruits.
Okay. You know what? And that's awesome. Hey, you mind if I ask your name one more time?
Ivan Kirby.
Okay, Ivan Kirby. You know what? First of all, thank you for calling me. I appreciate that. But I think I speak for the rest of the Bleak Room Nation. I think we all feel the same way that you do, and I don't think it's a matter of having hope or being positive or negative. I just think sometimes when you can actually really see things happening, then it kind of gives you that assurance that we're really going to be okay. So from one Kentucky fan to another, hold on. Coach Pope is going to have this right, and UK is going to be back up and running before you know it. So thank you. Appreciate for the call, okay?
You're more than welcome. Thank you for your show.
Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day. Okay.
You too, sir.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
So, yeah, I think we all kind of, in a sense, 606 in the house, the fans ran Cal out. You were calling for his head and putting signs on his family yards. What do you expect a man to do? Hey, I didn't say it. Brandon said it. I'm just saying. But I think with the caller, I think a lot of fans feel the same way. It's not that we don't. It's not that we don't believe in what Coach Pope is doing, and everything is so quiet right now. I think as a fan base, because everything is just completely turned upside down. But most did. Because things are turned so much upside down right now with the program, with the uncertainty of who's coming in or whatever. I think we're good on who's leaving. Outside of, I still have not heard anything on Burks. I really hope there's whatever happens. I hope when we hear the latest, hopefully he's staying on the team. We can definitely use him. He's athletic. I really think he can be a big part of the team. But I think sometimes people really want to just say, can we just see a little bit? Just give me a sign of that things are working, that things are working in our favor. I don't think he's decommitted. I didn't hear anything on him. Did he decommit? I mean, well, you know what? It may be the situation with him is because you got everybody else who is so big and everybody else is who's still leaving or who has left. Maybe he just got overshadowed. But I know that it's not like when you see the graphic of who's on Kentucky, you're only seeing two people. And one of those persons is Travis Perry, which I saw as well is that he's going to make his decision on whether he's going to stay at Kentucky or whether he's going to come to Kentucky or not. Which to me, that was a shock that he's even contemplating on whether I'm coming in or not. Is he going to go play for Cal too in Arkansas? I don't know. I don't know if that's what he's doing or why he's going to do that, but 4-star Petty staying with Kentucky. I They said that the decision was coming soon for Travis Perry to decide on what he's going to do. I thought he was already just locked in with Kentucky, and it doesn't even make any sense. Period. It doesn't even make any sense to actually do it. So I got an incoming phone call. Let's see who we got. Good morning. You on with the Lord of BBN Fan Show? Who are we speaking with?
Hey, it's Beasley. I'm Tim Samurai there in your group chat.
Yeah, how you doing? Thanks for calling into the show.
I'm good, man. I'm good. First of all, I love the show.
Thank you.
I think you're doing really well with it. I started listening back when all the stuff with the coach started. With Calipari started going down. And
Okay.
Right after the loss to Oakland and stuff. But yeah, man. As far as Coach Poe, what he's going to do, I've already kind of set myself. Like I said in the chat, some lower expectations for year one. I mean, hell, we could have gotten, the coach from UConn in here to UK, and I still think that, unless all of his, pop stars or whatever, follows him, we still probably have a pretty hard time, going really far. But as long as we beat Arkansas and Louisville, and make it to the NCAA champion, or I'm sorry, make it to the tournament next year. That's what all I'm good. I'll be perfectly fine with that next year. Year two, though, I want to see at least Elite Eight. Me personally, though, I'm not trying to put down on all of us BBN, but
that makes. Oh, absolutely, and thank you so much for calling in. I appreciate your call. Okay.
Yeah, man, I love it.
All right, thank you so much.
Take care.
You too. Thank you. Go Big Blue. I think a lot of us kind of feel the same way too as that as well. It's just we're kind of being patient in year one. We want to see how it goes. We're not going to stop having high hopes. That's not going to be changed. But as far as just the disappointment level, if the year doesn't necessarily go the way that we want to, I think a lot of people will be able to. I think a lot of people will still be patient with year one, and with the people that come in, they be here for year two, and then we bring in some more people as well too, who Coach Pope would have the whole recruiting period or the whole year to recruit certain players that can come in as well. We just got to continue to just be patient. Don't lose to Arkansas and don't lose to Louisville, and see if we can make it to March and don't play on Wednesday. To me, that's okay. That's okay with me too as well. That we can do that. Elite Eight year two as well. Never know. We're the thing. People have come in and won the national championship in 1 year as coaching. So taking, of course, it's a rebuilding team or whatever, but anything is possible. And I think when you're able to dream with a certain level of expectations, then I think that's kind of what this is all about. And say Coach O going to Illinois. Oh my goodness, man. We just keep losing coaches, man. Coach O going to Illinois. I didn't want to hear that, man. I didn't. He ain't standing there. He's not standing to the. It still makes me wonder why him and Cal were such good friends, was such good people that he didn't go to Arkansas with Calipari. It has to be something to that as well too, for him not to follow Cal, because it has to be something much deeper that maybe us us as fans don't know. Shot Glass says, good morning, everyone from Paducah, Kentucky. It's a great day to be a Wildcat. Go Big Blue. I agree with you 100% as well. Thank you guys as well. 18-19 Duke that Coach K lost with was as talented as any team. Was that the 18-19 season Duke that Coach Hay was as talented as any team Cal ever lost with, and he's considered the GOAT 8 pros. We just got to see. It's Zion, T. Jones, Reddish, R.J. Barrett, and 4 of the pros. That was a big group, man. That was a big group, and they didn't and they didn't win a national championship. They didn't win. So sometimes it's not about the team that you have. It's about the coach that can put you in the position to win that ball game. And I'm gonna leave that at that. So thank you guys once again. Sure, we didn't wait on Donovan. We would be way behind the 8 ball. Bulls will win tonight. See, sometimes you just got to go get your coach and get things rolling. holler at me and we will get it set up in operation. Sim, okay, I will. Okay, I definitely look you up. Thank you, Sim, so much. But look, on the behalf of the Loyal BBN Fan Show and all the Big Blue Nation, I just want to say thank you to each one of you guys. If you have not subscribed to the channel yet on YouTube, please go and subscribe. Hit the like button. Thank you, nobody. He keeps reminding me. Hit the like button and subscribe and turn on the notification bell. And I appreciate it. And I'm also on X at Big Mike 2014-23. But if you look up the Loyal BBN Fan Show on Twitter, you'll be able to find me there too. But thank all of you guys for taking your time out this morning. I appreciate you guys coming on as always. Thank you for the callers who called in. That's something that I definitely will incorporate in my shows from here on out. Make sure you check your phone bills. You should not get a bill. Let me tell you guys this little story that just happened in my apartment. So I'm sorry. I know this is odd, and it should be at the beginning and not at the end. But I had this, and I just tell you how these guys work. Ugh. Anyway, I had an issue with my apartment, and I thought that it was my washing machine that didn't smell good. And I was like, okay, I don't know what's wrong with my washing machine. It just doesn't. It stinks. So I went and got me something to clean my washing machine with. And when I came back to wash it, it didn't stink anymore. But I still smelled the smell. The smell was still in the kitchen. So right next to my washing machine, over here, when you come overseas, especially in a lot of like European countries and especially over here in the Middle East, you'll find water drains in like your kitchens, your bathrooms have the water drains in what's name on the floor. So if water gets on the floor, it just drains out. We don't really have it in the States. We usually just mop it up or whatever. But anyway, I had this really, really bad smell in my and it's in my kitchen. So every time I walk into my kitchen, I was like, man, it just stinks so bad. And it was unacceptable. So I got somebody up here to fix it. He came and looked at the washing machine. He pulled out the washing machine and it was clean. He swept behind it, whatever. I had a lady from my job who left. I took her apartment. But he cleaned it, he pushed it back, and he turned around and he looked on the floor and he saw the drain. So he picked up the little drain thing off the floor, right? And this smell just came out, and it was so nasty of the smell. And I'm not even sure how I didn't even pick that up and actually realize that's what it was. But anyway, he got a bag from the store and he put it over his hand and he reached out off in it and he started to clean it out. And so I left. I went into my living room to sit down. He cleaned it all up or whatever. He came back in and he flushed it out with bleach and some pine salt and whatever. So he said, "Sir, it's good to go. It's no problem whatsoever. No problem." So I knew that he put a bag on his hand. I knew that he put a bag on his hand to clean it. No problem. We do that all the time. People go out, walk the patch. They put a bag down. They pick up everything. They put it tight, put it away. So he actually stuck the bag in the hole, cleaned it out. I left. I didn't say anything else. He came out and said, "It's good to go. We fixed it. It smells better, whatever." 2 days later, I go up under my sink to get a bag, right? This is how gross this is. I go up under the sink to get a bag. He had taken the bag off of his hand, balled it up, and put it back inside my good bags that I use from the grocery store. I went in to get a bag, and I'm like, "Why is this wet for? Like, why is this so why is this so gross for?" And I picked it up. He had taken the bag off his hand and put it in there, and I didn't know what it was. So I'm taking it. I'm gripping the bag because I'm like, "Why is this wet for?" I got all this nasty stuff all over my hand. I was like, "You know what? Too bad I don't have to stay here too long because it is time for me to go home because that is exactly what I need to be at." My captain's actually the wife, so she's and everything. But thank you guys. Really appreciate that. Really bag over the. He a brave dude. What the crash allegedly did him. We needed a fresh start. So did Cal. Absolutely. So dunk on that like button, my peeps. Big Mike and this channel deserved it. Thank you guys. Subscribe, hit the like button. I appreciate it. And you guys all rock in my book, every last one of you. Even if we don't agree on everything, you still with me, and I appreciate that. Until next time, you've been watching the Loyal BBN Fan Line. Don't forget to text your thoughts to 270-220-0994 and let me know your thoughts about anything Kentucky basketball, anything Kentucky football, or just anything University of Kentucky wise. Let me know, and I appreciate all the information each and every day that you guys do. Until next time, I'm Michael, and I'm out.